Should you go for the Ice Age Scrat's Nutty Adventure Platinum Trophy? Ice Age Scrat's Nutty Adventure is an action-adventure 3D platformer where you control Scrat throughout several Ice Age levels, overcoming basic obstacles and enemies in order to retrieve his acorn. To do this, you must collect 4 legendary crystal nuts at the end of each section, and once you do, the acorn and game will be yours. This game plays heavily like Jumanji.
We have different faces, but inside we are same, but different, but still same.
Or as Jumanji came out a few months after this, I suppose that one plays a lot like this. Aside from the home area, known as the Scratazon Temple, there are 4 different areas you must complete. These are much longer than the ones in Jumanji, as there are 4 parts to each section, which technically means that there are 16 levels to the game, even though the parts in each section look very similar.
Man's an imposter. That man is the imposter.
There is a boss you have to defeat at the end of the 3rd part of each section, but like every enemy in the game, they are total walkovers. Like Jumanji, the controls are very simple yet awful, and you can do things like jump, roll and attack. One thing worth mentioning is the horrendous camera controls. Sometimes if you get close to a wall or ledge, the camera goes haywire, and you will more than likely be staring down at Scrat's head without being able to change it, without blindly jumping or moving far enough for the camera to readjust. I have not seen camera controls this bad for quite some time. Thankfully, the game isn't that hard, and if you do end up falling off a cliff or dying to an animal because of this, you will be instantly transported back to a previous save spot. In order to achieve this platinum trophy, you have to do a number of things, such as finding all statues and puzzle pieces in the game, smashing 500 crates, sneaking past one animal, and pissing off another. There are also no missable trophies in this game, as you can fast travel to any section of any level. Sadly though, it is impossible to collect everything in one straight playthrough, as you are unable to get to certain areas without abilities you unlock later on in the game. For the Collectibilist award, you could go with the Smash 500 Crates trophy, but I would say it would have to be no stone unturned, find all the statues, since it will take you much longer to get the 20 statues hidden around the 4 sections and the home area. You should have the 500 Crates trophy by the end of the 3rd section of the game, but because you must complete the 4th section to collect every statue, this one will end up taking you a lot longer to obtain. Some of these statues are well hidden, and most of them are not on the correct path, so you will more than likely need a video guide to help you get some of these. Once you collect all 20, this trophy will be yours. A little bit of a tip here, at the level select screen, you are able to see which sections you have not obtained a trophy, which is a nice little feature. Because it didn't get the Collectibilist award, the grindiest award will have to go to Appetite for Destruction, Smash 500 Shard Crates. There are tons and tons of crates littered throughout every section of the game, and you do not have to travel very far to find 1 or 2 huddled together. In a way, this trophy could take you way longer than it should if you try to speedrun through the game to unlock all the abilities as quickly as possible, skipping past everything to do so, or you might just simply forget about it and never smash enough of them in the first place. For me, I did not have to travel too far off the beaten path to find them, and I believe I was able to get this trophy closer towards the end of the 3rd section. You will have to play at least 1 3/4 times to get the platinum, so you really do not have to go out of your way and search for every single crate, as they do respawn when you re-enter a level. Once you have smashed your 500th crate, this trophy will be yours. There are several pointless trophies in this game, and hell, you might think the entire game is pointless. but the one that takes the cake is rapid fire, throw and hit 3 enemies within 10 seconds. This would actually take the most frustrating trophy award too, because of how god awful the controls are in the game, especially when throwing items. The title can be a little bit confusing and misleading too, but for this trophy you have to throw your acorns at 3 different enemies within 10 seconds. The best way to do this is to stand on a ledge and then pray to God that you can throw and hit 3 different enemies in 10 seconds. The beetles are the easiest ones to hit using this method, as they cannot jump up to the ledge or platform you are standing on. This will probably take you a few attempts to get right, but once you do, the trophy will pop once you have hit your 3rd enemy. So, should you go for the Ice Age Platinum trophy? In conclusion, this game is a lot like Jumanji, meaning the graphics are okay, the gameplay and difficulty are hopeless, and the challenges and puzzles are as simple as they come. Thankfully, this does not have a terrible leveling up trophy like that game does. Because of that, this should take you around 7 to 10 hours to complete. Even though it was fairly short, I did have to put it down after 1 or 2 sections as it gets very repetitive, similar to Jumanji, and I would have passed out from the boredom that this game brings. With all that said, I think it is clear that I do not think that you should go for this Platinum trophy.